Hey, yo, what's gamer player? It's your boy, Disney Sharpman, back out here on this Madden NFL 21 franchise mode. And we are here with another 1 o'clock scheduled game here in week number 14. And this matchup right here should be interesting, I guess. But in this matchup, we have the Tennessee Titans, who are currently the third seed in the AFC playoffs, trying to get themselves another win in their column, as they face Gardner Minshew and the 1-11 Jacksonville Jaguars, who just have been struggling so far on the season. They have lost 11 consecutive games since their first W was in the season opener, and they have not won a game since. And they have got to fix some things before the end of the season. They just gotta get under control. Cause I've never seen a team that only won their first game was in the season opener and then just lose every single game. But Jacksonville has a chance to do that. But if you didn't see their last matchup between the Jags and Titans, go back and check out week number 2 and check out that game. The Jags visited the Titans in Nashville. Titans went on to beat the Jags 28-10, and it's all come full circle. They now meet up in Jacksonville for the second meeting. If you have not seen the rest of week 14, make sure to go check it out so you won't miss it. And also, don't forget to check out the last 13 weeks as well, so you won't miss that also. Because this season right here, you guys, has been amazing. I'm glad you guys have been enjoying it. Because this has been the furthest we have gotten. And anyways, we are set, so let's head up to Jacksonville. And we're going to see if the Jags can break this losing streak. Well, we're going to find out. Let's go.
Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Tennessee Titans. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State at TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars.
Look at that AFC South division.
The Jags are ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans.
And the Titans, they've already clinched that AFC South division anyway, so yeah.
Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in needing to do something to stop this skid here before the season ends.
Alright, so the Jags, they're going to kick it out to the Titans to start the ball game. So we will see Christopher Parsons and that Titan offense to start it. And we're going to see how that Jags defense prefer in this one. We're on the way from Jacksonville. And Humphreys, no return for him, so this one will be a touchback. So the Titans set to begin their first drive, led by Christopher Parsons. And what a season he's having so far.
as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there. And got him to win.
And here's Derrick Henry. And he'll pick up a gain of 3 to the 28. And those were his stats in his last game.
Numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 18 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown. They look like the team that really emphasized the running game in the offseason. They were going to build around it. Didn't matter whether they're run gap scheme, power scheme, whatever. They got a runner who finds yardage if you give him just a little bit of space.
Parsons, and wide open is Josh Levine, right side for the touchdown.
A big play there. 72 yards. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
Wow.
In boxing terms, because
I mean, the Jags defense have had their struggles, and they just continue to struggle defensively.
that was the big one that landed. 1-2.
And that's the most important thing about Jacksonville's defense. They can't stop the pass game. And already on 2 plays from scrimmage, the Titans are already in the end zone. And you know, that was pretty quick. And that's what you would want to do in your opening drive. You would want to start off pretty good. So now the Jags set to begin their next drive. And this was not going to be returned, so this was going to be a touchback. So Gardner Minshew set to lead this Jags offense. And man, the struggles he's having on the season, not okay. Not even near 2,000 yards yet on passing, and we're in the 14th week of the season. And here's Fournette. And he'll go down right at the 26-yard line.
Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left you no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier. On 2nd and 9,
Minshew, and that was complete. Tyler Eifert with the catch. First down, Jacksonville.
good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and then hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency. Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah, I think a lot of people thought the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And Minshew, he sacked. Daquan Jones with the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page. That huge loss on the sack makes his job much more difficult. It's now 2nd.
Minshew, and he's going to find Joshua Williams. And Williams is off to the races, down the left side. Breaks a tackle, and takes it all the way inside the 10.
Screen pass, 58 yards.
A gain of 58 yards on that screen.
Missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage. It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. From the gun, Minshew to throw.
Minshew, and he's going to get rid of this one.
But it's incomplete. Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Minshew, and that was not the way. He was trying to go to John Simmons.
It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they didn't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Eluded the pressure.
Minshew, he's gonna run, and Minshew's got a Jaguar touchdown. Now, my question to that is, where have we seen that all season? Scrambling out of the pocket, finding somewhere to run. Where have we seen that all season? I have no idea. Extra point is good.
So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kicks away.
And here's Adam Humphries. And he'll go down right at the 25-yard line. Now the Titans, they're set to take over possession.
Tennessee offense making their way out on the field. As you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC, and you can see they'll be the AFC South representative, but for the moment at least, and still need to host a wild card game in that first weekend, but not the worst thing in the world.
No, not at all. And you and I both know this about this division. It's been wide open and extremely competitive. And it was again this year. So for a team to come away with the division title.
And here's Derrick Henry. Henry breaking a tackle, and he'll go down at the 39 for a first.
On the opening play of the drive and also give them the first down.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say work,
And you always gotta know, if you have trouble containing Derrick Henry, you're gonna be in some sort of trouble.
540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
Henry again, breaking another tackle, and he'll pick up a gain of 8.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Parsons, and he's gonna get rid of this one.
I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away.
3rd and 2. Jacksonville looking for a stop defensively. But Parsons is gonna find Levine. And down he goes, getting this to the 34-yard line. First down, Tennessee.
The number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal.
And for these past few weeks, Josh Levine has been trying to get to first. He's been trying to keep it, but Josh Levine can't keep it because Julian Willis keeps passing him. So those two are probably going to be battling for that MVP in the receiving column. They're probably going to be battling for that receiving title. They are really going to be battling for that receiving title for these next few weeks.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and entertaining first quarter of play. They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left.
Parsons, and he'll go down. A loss of a yard though.
A loss of a yard. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
If we know what's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Parsons looking at Enzo. And Levine, he dropped it.
Force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. 7th play of this drive coming up. A long way to go on third down. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure.
Parsons takes another shot, but it's going to be incomplete.
Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds.
So here's Joseph on for the Titan field goal. And he puts it in. And he gives the Titans a 10-7 lead at the end of one.
After one, right here on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And Westbrook, he's not going to return this one, so this one's going to be a touchback.
This will be a touchback. Here again comes Gardner Minshew. He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here. He knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learn that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good about how you played, but if your team didn't win,
Minshew, and this one's going to be incomplete. That pressure has been coming at Minshew in probably every game that the Jags have played so far this season. And here's a toss, Fournette, and he goes nowhere, losing yardage to the 22.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
this defense really floated around in the first half. They'd get into the ball carrier before they could really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So third and long, here's Minshew.
Minshew, deep ball, and it's incomplete. He was trying to go to Simmons, but it's incomplete. So now fourth.
This is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand,
And here's Levine.
and giving the ball back to their offense?
And they'll bring him down right at the 33-yard line.
15 yards. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
I agree with you totally.
And here's Derrick Henry. And they'll bring him down at the 43 and a first down.
Most of the time it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking.
Jacksonville's already having trouble.
As they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get
Every time Henry gets the ball, he just gains yards, gains yards, gains yards.
back to throw now on first down.
Parsons downfield, caught by Levine. And he'll go down inside the 20 to the 17.
Big play that time for the Titans. And even 40 yards.
And that's another thing that the Jags have to do, is to contain Levine. If you can't do that, there's no way you win.
A number of big plays already in this one.
And I'm pretty sure they looked at that playbook. They knew what the Titans were all about because of the matchup they had with them in week 2. They should know. They should know the way to beat them. And the same thing is happening. Henry, and he's got a gain of 5 on that carry.
On the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brad, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup at 5, here's second and 5.
Henry, and he'll go down at the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're going to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now.
Parsons, and he's going to run for a touchdown.
For a 10
touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Christopher Parsons, how about that? Running it by himself, getting into the end zone as the Titans extend their lead.
Joseph on for the extra point.
Extra point is good, and now it's 17-7.
5 plays there on that drive. And a capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And Westbrook's not going to return this one, so this one will be a touchback.
End zone, so we will start here at the 25. And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
And here's Williams. And he'll go down after a gain of 3 to the 28.
End result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle in the big gap.
Minshew gets hit as he throws it and is incomplete.
Lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down.
Minshew downfield for Simmons, and he dropped it.
Connect, incomplete. Give him credit.
Good defense there by Malcolm Butler, and now it's 4th down.
There on 3rd down, like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get
And here's Levine. And they'll bring him down, which brings this to the 2-minute warning now. If Jacksonville's going to have any shot, they're going to have to get some stops.
Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman in the game in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on.
And here's Henry up the middle, and he's got a 1st down. Telling you, if they can't keep Henry contained, I don't know if they're gonna be able to get their 2nd win on the season.
It's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he's just shredding.
It's gonna be a long afternoon if they can't stop Henry.
They knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
On 1st down, he dropped to throw.
Parsons again, and he finds Levine again. And down he goes. He gets this across the 40. I just don't understand it.
Second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for
The Titans are just lighting them up.
They got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They're just letting everybody know we've already clinched our division. We don't need to worry about the division anymore. All we need to worry about is the playoffs coming out. Parsons deep ball, and it was almost caught, but it's incomplete.
Just being incomplete.
Similar to the shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now we have got to make the catch. They try to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Buying time to his right.
Parsons, and he goes down. Chris Gronkowski with the sack.
Brandon, this season still amazes me just how fast these defensive ends are in the game nowadays. Part of that is what we're seeing in college football, where they get smaller and faster on the defensive side of the ball.
Parsons, and he's gonna find Henry, and he'll go out of bounds at the 35.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And I don't even know if Henry wanted to go out of bounds.
Second time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt.
But anyways, Titans are now on for a 52-yarder to extend the lead. And it's good. So now it's 20-7.
Time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. We haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on
So
trying
here's Kern to kick this one away.
They'll be real excited.
Now the Jags are in another deficit.
Late in the half, they'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they will play this.
I think they'll find out just how much they trust
Minshew.
their guys.
And open is D. Westbrook.
Take a shot.
And now the Jags, they're going to use one of their timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Out of the gun is Minshew.
Minshew gets hit as he throws, and he still finds Simmons. And they'll bring him down at the 35.
It's another first down and that'll be a gain of 21 yards.
And the Jags, they're going to use a timeout. 3 seconds left.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half.
So Josh Lambo on for the Jaguar field goal.
From the 42, it's a 52-yard attempt.
And this one is good to trim the deficit to just 10 at halftime.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we sit a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14.
Up next, we're going to be up in Detroit, the Lions trying to avoid elimination from the playoff contention as they host the Green Bay Packers. Then we're going to be up in Cincinnati. The Cowboys are also trying to avoid elimination as they take on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Now, I would say the first half has been on Titans, but Jacksonville has been fighting. They have been fighting. They have just got to do better. They just got to do better. And speaking of the Jags, they're gonna get the ball to start the second half, looking to trim this deficit down to a field goal. But we're gonna find out. And here's D.D. Westbrook, and they'll bring him down right at the 28.
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Now, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
So Jacksonville is only trailing by just 10, so, and here's Williams, and he only picks up a gain of 3, gets it to the 31.
The possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Second down and 8. Now
Minshew, blitz coming, over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate
Minshew on 3rd and 8, he finds Williams, and I believe he got the first, and he did.
First down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
That's a play that likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going, and if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Minshew, 1st and 10.
Minshew and oh my goodness. It was 2 defenders right there that could have picked it. Wow. Here comes another blitz, and Minshew, and this time is intercepted. Kenny Vaccaro picks it off.
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing.
And Henry, and he goes backwards. A loss of 2.
2nd and 12.
That's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
I mean, that's the type of stuff that they need, because they're trailing and they need some stops. Parsons, deep ball, and he finds Josh Levine downfield. And as soon as I say they need a stop, they give up a big play. Wow.
The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense
Yeah, the Jags weren't even fooled. They was ready for that post route. But you still give up the yardage.
but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
I don't understand it. They still give up the yardage even though they were ready for that post route. And Henry, he's going to power his way in for a Titan touchdown.
Derrick Henry with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that's ready to put 60
Extra point is good, and now it's 27-10. That lead is starting to increase.
That'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So the Titans, they're set to kick this one away.
Team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here's D.D. Westbrook. And they'll bring him down right at the 27-yard line.
Now comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or do you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Now the Jags know what they're dealing with. Down 17, needing 3 scores in order for them to win this game. They need 3 of them. I'm talking about you can kick a field goal, which would make it a 14-point game, but you still need 3 scores. Minshew, nowhere to go. He's sacked.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to have your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So 3rd and long after the
3rd and 17 for Jacksonville.
Here's Minshew.
Minshew, and he fumbled. And the Jags were able to pick it up, but that brings up a 4th down.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because the defense got it. They were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And you don't let your own defense sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very
And here's Levine. And Josh Levine showing off the speed. And he'll go out of bounds across the 40. And here comes that duo, Parsons and Levine. Yo, man, the Jags have got to figure out how to stop this team. Because, like, every time the Titans have been out there, they have been destroying their defense. Like the Titans haven't even punted the ball not one time in this game. Not once. And here's Henry. And he'll go down at the 36-yard line. And here's Henry trying to go through traffic, and he's got a 1st down.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Parsons complete by Levine. Again, 7.
7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw.
Parsons, and this one's incomplete.
They'll say it's incomplete.
Third and 3. And Derrick Henry runs up the middle for a Titan touchdown.
Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
The Jags tried to bring the pressure, bring the blitz, but the Titans made them pay. Extra point is good, and now the league is starting to get out of reach. These fans in Jacksonville can't believe it. They can't believe it. They can't believe what they're seeing. I can't even believe it. Because I never expected Jacksonville to fall apart after being down by 10 at halftime. And then just struggle here in the second half.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Jags have got to do something. They're down by 24 now. And they're starting to almost lose another game. And here's Williams. And he only gains a few. Not even a lot. Only 2 yards.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there full time, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Minshew looking. He's going to fire downfield, and that was nowhere near a receiver.
Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Brings up 3rd down and 8-yard. Minshew sets to throw.
Minshew, and he's going to find John Simmons. And he'll go down at the 46-yard line. 1st down, Jacksonville.
A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
Well, this game is decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Minshew, left side. And that one's incomplete. He was trying to go to Tyler Eifert that time.
Two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends.
Minshew, deep ball, and that's intercepted. Christian Fulton with the pick. And the Titans, they're going to get the ball back.
I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on the job.
And here's Henry again. And he reaches, he punches forward for a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the
And
side.
here's Henry with open space, chucking a defender. And he'll go down at the 41. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Derrick Henry is just putting on a show.
Back-to-back good plays.
He's letting everybody else in the league know that you're gonna have to stop me in order for you to get a dub. And he is just torturing Jacksonville.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
And here's Henry again, and he's got another first down. This is unbelievable.
That's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game,
I had a feeling this was gonna stick into their brains.
he's the guy they turn to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
I'm talking about whenever you see a team twice on the season and you have the same exact issue, no wonder when you lose. That is when you lose. I mean, talk about the pass game. Jacksonville had that issue against the Titans the first time. They come back home against the Titans and they have the same issue. The same issue. And they also had an issue with Henry as well. And they're having another issue in the same against the same exact team. I don't understand it.
It'll be a gain of 2, and speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter.
I really don't understand how can the Jags win a game if they can't stop anybody on defense. Defense win your championships. And their defense has been struggling. And Henry's gonna catch the screen, but that one goes backwards.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and
Even though Jacksonville did get a stop there, that still doesn't matter. They wasted too much time.
And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder,
Now the questions are gonna have to be answered. What is next for Jacksonville? What is next? Because there's just nothing they can do. Look at this. Minshew has all day, and he's gonna find Simmons downfield, and he'll go down at the 40. You see what I'm saying? Minshew had all day to throw that ball. Like, where has that been? Like,
because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Throwing on first Here's Minshew. He's going
Minshew.
and this will be incomplete. Physical
Yo, I don't understand it. Another incompletion? Are you
It
serious?
just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
Minshew looking Enzo this time. Oh my gosh, another incompletion. 7 for 21 throwing the ball. See, there's just no way a team would win if you have numbers like that. And Minshew, and he goes down. Harold Landry with the sack.
The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle, coming off the line. He's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right
Minshew downfield, and that was complete by Dede Westbrook. But that is not even gonna matter.
As a start with 17 seconds to
That stuff is not gonna do anything to the Titans,
field position after the big play.
cause they're gonna get another win.
First and 10.
Minshew, and he's gonna find Dede Westbrook for the touchdown, but that isn't gonna matter.
His first touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play you would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days.
And Williams, and he's not even gonna get the 2-point try. I don't even know why they even need to do that. I don't even know why did they even need to do that. You was already down 24. You did not have to go for the 2-point try. I just don't understand it right there.
So despite the
And now they're gonna try to go for the onside kick to somehow get the ball back before the last few seconds, and they're not gonna get it. The Titans are gonna get the ball, and with that, that is gonna do it.
felt like they needed the football back, unfortunately they couldn't get it.
So the Tennessee Titans, they're gonna get their 12th victory on the season, and with that, they're gonna remain the 3rd seed for now, because we still got 3 more weeks left of the season to go. The Titans are gonna win 34-16 against Jacksonville, who drops their 12th game in a row. And I just don't know what Jacksonville's gonna do, because they have been struggling.
A Tennessee Titan victory, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road, how about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided?
The Titans just continue to roll on their road to the playoffs.
A touchdown or less, because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league.
Jacksonville just continues to disappoint.
Big margin, big victory. Oh yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for Tennessee, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's another week to forget as they're going to fall to 1-12 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
You guys, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. How can Jacksonville get over this hump? How can they get over this 12-game skid now if they just continue to struggle every game? I'm talking about every game they played, they've just been struggling. I just don't know at this point. So here are the stats. Christopher Parsons threw for 214 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. He's just continued to lead his team to victories. And Gardner Minshew, he did everything he could 244 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. He has got to stop throwing these interceptions because it's costing his team. And they would have had a chance to somehow win the game. They would have had a chance to get it to a close game. But they couldn't stop anybody. They couldn't stop the pass. They couldn't stop the run on defense. They just couldn't do anything. See, look at this. Derrick Henry, 19 carries for 146 yards, 2 touchdowns. Now, Minshew, he did run for a touchdown, but that was only for 10 yards, which we haven't saw all season. And Joshua Williams, and he didn't play well. Only 3 carries for 7 yards. Parsons ran 3 times for 6 yards and a touchdown. And Leonard Fournette, come on, cuz. 3 carries for no yards? How can you win if you're putting up numbers like that? Here's the receiving. Josh Levine. The Jags just couldn't stop him. 6 catches, 216 yards, and a touchdown. John Simmons, 3 catches, 90 yards. D.D. Westbrook, 3 catches, 69 yards, and a touchdown. Joshua Williams, 2 catches, 67 yards. And Tyler Eifert, a catch for 18. So for Tennessee, they remain the 3rd seed in the AFC playoff picture as they get win number 12 on the season as they move to 12-1. And they will return home in Week 15 for a matchup with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it's yet another week to forget as they are now 1-12 on the season. And they will be on the road in Week 15 for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this game, this is going to wrap it up for another 1 o'clock scheduled game. If you enjoyed it, make sure to smash that like button. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and those notification bells so you'll not miss another episode of this series, and you will not miss another video on the channel on the road to 200. And this is your boy Diz, and I'm gone.